After my video on the TriDef SmartCam plugin for XSplit Gamecaster, they sent me a key to the full, standalone version of the app to check out. While much of the website references using TriDef SmartCam in video chat applications, I care about how I can use it for streaming video games. Interestingly enough, the app works with XSplit Broadcaster, so I tested it out. As you might expect, the standalone app is a bit more complex and, in particular, has granular quality options. Instead of 3 different settings, quality is in increments of 10%. The standalone app uses considerably more CPU, so these options might be useful if you want to turn it up as much as you can before your CPU chokes. Speaking of CPU usage, that's one area where the standalone app is noticeably different than the Gamecaster plugin. Where maxed out settings in Gamecaster represented about 10% of CPU usage, the standalone app with all the settings maxed used about 3 times as much in testing. When testing the Gamecaster plugin, Path of Exile, Gamecaster recording, and the TriDef SmartCam going all total at about 50% CPU usage. But with the standalone app, testing the app in the Skype options menu brought my CPU to 50% all by itself. My computer isn't the most amazing thing anymore, but for what it is, I would say XSplit or a game have priority if I were in a situation where my CPU is closest to 100%. None of this matters though if the app looks bad, so how does it look? In the same setup as the first video, the app fared pretty well. I still didn't add any lights or anything, so this is pretty much a direct comparison to the Gamecaster plugin. The tracking quality was still quite good considering I'm not in the most optimal lighting, but even with the best settings, areas where my hair might be moving around were still choppy or noisy. For me, this is the first place I look when green screens are involved because this is admittedly where having a lower quality green screen is hard. For your production, you'll have to decide for yourself if a slight amount of noise is acceptable or not, and if something like this app is better and or easier than putting a green screen up. What is using the app like in Skype? I didn't actually use it to call anyone, but I did play around with it in the options menu. If you load the TriDef SmartCam directly into XSplit, it replaces your background with green so you can easily key it out. But in Skype, you can replace the background with a flat color or an image. There are a few funny ones like a beach or a wintry forest, but you can also import images from your computer. To top it off, there are Instagram style filters you can add onto the video which work even in XSplit, so if you just wanted a warmer video, you can do it. To be honest, the image background in Skype is a bit of a novelty I'd maybe use once, but if you get this app, it's kind of fun. The TriDef SmartCam app is $14.99 on the TriDef website. While it's not as clear as I'd like for a green screen replacement app, I do think it's quite good, and if you absolutely can't set up a real green screen, this isn't a bad alternative at all. Like the Gamecaster plugin, you can try the app before you buy it, which I strongly suggest you do if you are interested.